Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, we're going to have a look at Dragonstone crafting. Now I know this is something which I do on the channel a couple times a year because it's so good in terms of an AFK. It seems at the minute that the price for Dragonstone items are very high and also very low volume as well. I've tried to do another video which hopefully you guys will see either today or tomorrow, where I've not been able to buy the item, and it could be a really good time to capitalize on how expensive these items can get on the Grand Exchange due to low volume. Now what we're going to do is just go and check the price of the Dragonstone itself and also the gold bar, so we know roughly where we are in terms of our base price, and then we can move on and look at the different jewellery, see which one's going to be more expensive. The first thing we're going to go and do is check out the price of a Dragonstone, and again this is fluctuating a lot and getting to a point it's a little bit expensive compared to recent times. It's still going to be insane profits as always, but it's just getting a little bit towards that end where it's a bit more profit than normal. So we're going to be able to go and check the Dragonstone margin, and you can buy it 400 coins cheap if you wanted to. Because we're going to be doing quite a few for this video, I'm going to buy 100 instantly just so we can get moving. Now the other thing we're going to need as well is a gold bar, and I think gold has gone down a little bit, but we can go and check. 2,000 coins, yes, it's a little bit cheaper than what it has been, but gold is still, as well I've said numerous times, is one of the best investments in the game. And it's not selling for that price as well. So maybe we'll find some flips along the way as well. So gold has sold for 2.4k. If we just sold one instantly, we can also find the instant sell price. So as you can see, not instantly selling. So maybe there's a decent margin on gold as well if I was to take a little bit of cash away. It just seems at the minute there's very low volume on the Grand Exchange. So definitely be careful, definitely check your margins. But here you've got a 450 GP margin on something like a gold bar, which is so commonly traded and can be something really decent. So we're going to work off a price of 2.5k for a gold bar and 5,000 coins for a Dragonstone. So that's going to be 7.5k for all forms of jewellery. Now what I'm going to do is hop over to Fort Frimfree because we're going to go and get ready to knock this out. Now for another video I'm going to record, which is actually charging all of the Dragonstones, I'm just going to make an invo or two of amulets, and then we'll go and make all the other stuff a couple of times over, just so we've got a couple of times to check on the Grand Exchange what we can do with margins. Now, because the Dragonstone items can go low volume, sometimes it can be a little bit annoying to find margins because you just can't buy them. That's why I always suggest, if you can't find them, make a couple and just see what they're like. Sometimes because there's no margin, you can make more money than normal, so you can always capitalize on it. But you just want to make sure that it's what you need it to be in terms of profits and stuff. So, because Jagex have made some amendments to gold and silver smithing, literally all you need to do now is to craft at the furnace, is to put your gold bars and deposit all into the metal bank, and then come up with the amount of gems you want to craft. And in terms of levels you're going to need, for the Dragonstone ring, you're going to need level 55, for the necklace you're going to need 72, the bracelet 74, and then finally the amulet level 80. I would only really recommend doing it from 72 onwards, but who knows, the Ring of Wealth might pull it out of the bag when we go to the Grand Exchange and check the prices out. Now while we're doing Dragonstone crafting, I think it's also worth having a look at the price of the enchanted and also the charge necklaces. Now in this video, while we're going to look at the price of and profit of crafting things, we're also going to check out the price of enchanting as well. So this will cover making the jewellery and enchanting them into their form. And then what I'm going to do in another video, because it's also very highly profitable, is charging them with a Geyser Titan, because that can make you a lot of money very quickly. And I don't know why all of a sudden Dragonstone jewellery has become really profitable, but it is. So we've made 4 of each. So if I go to the Grand Exchange really quickly, we're going to have to buy some balls of wool just to make the amulets, and then we can kind of work around what we need to do. Although I need to just change to standard prayers, so I'll make the amulets and we'll come back really quickly. Now making Dragonstone jewellery is actually really AFK, and a very chill way to go and train your crafting, and a valid option as well to train your crafting and make some considerable profit. As a base, with normal Grand Exchange prices, Dragonstone crafting normally makes between 5 to 6.5 mil per hour, but when you get these windows of very low volume and the prices seem to be a little bit up, this is when you really can take advantage. So I'm going to go and instant buy one of each ones and then also sell them. So if we go and have a look at the Dragonstone amulet, the reason why we've made them is just to cover the fact that they might not buy due to volume. So we shall see where we go from this. So as you can see for the first one, the amulet hasn't bought for 31k, which is what kind of prompted me to go and make this video. So we'll put it in and see what price it's going to sell for. That's going to sell for 9.4k. So that's currently over its mid price. I imagine as well, over time, you'll be able to sell them for slightly higher. So we'll see what we can get from that as well. I'm actually going to clean my Grand Exchange out, so we could put a couple of offers on the Grand Exchange and see if they sell here. Admittedly, it is 8 AM on the Tuesday, so who knows if they will do. But if I put them in for 18.8k, who knows, we can have a play around and see if they do. Now, the Dragonstone ring is one which I've done on the Escape and Free to Play series, which went ballistic for whatever reason. We were selling like rings of wealth for like 25k, and it just didn't make any sense at all. 15,000 coins though is still very respectable, and you'll pretty much be doubling your money just off making a Dragonstone ring, which is very, very good. And like finding these niche sort of windows of when to craft them is what makes you more money doing this. And this is why I always say you have to check your margin. So even on the instant sell, you're still going to be making 1.5k, which is okay. It's not great, but it's still okay compared to the rest. The ring as well is so much lower in terms of the level to make. It could be a really good way if you can get it. My only worry about rings of wealth and also Dragonstone rings is the consistency of what they sell. This is the best item to sell because it's used in porters. But again, if you want to try it, if you want to push it, test your margins and see if you're happy to go. Now, the Dragonstone necklace seems to be more grounded in terms of price. 9.5k is, again, solid. You're going to make 2,000 coins each. But it's just a little bit lower compared to the others if they do sell. That's the big problem with Dragonstone jewellery, is for the base set, if they're going to sell for the prices they can be. People will buy them. It might just be price checks. It's whether you can sell them in consistent amount to make the kind of profit you'd want to make. Now, finally, we're going to check the Dragonstone bracelets. And then what I'll do is check the enchanted version because you can make money enchanting them. That's why I've gone in like instant bought and instant sold things, just so we have a rough ballpark on where we are in terms of cash. So that is 10.5k. So that will probably be the best one for you to craft in terms of profit if the glories don't sell. Now, with the amulets, I've had to put the wool on. So if we just check really quickly the base amulets, because they could also be very, very good. Dragonstone amulet. So that sells for 9.2. So that is also very good. But for making pure Dragonstone jewellery, the best one is Ring of Wealth, but I would struggle to believe you'd sell them for 15,000 coins consistently. The Dragonstone bracelet is the highest next one, but has a nice close margin. So you'd be very close in selling them for 10,000 coins. So what we're going to go and do next is look at the enchanted version. So is it worth it you buying a Dragonstone amulet or a Dragonstone necklace, enchanting it into its enchanted form and trying to sell it there? Now, this is the problem I was facing earlier on, is that things like glories and stuff just wouldn't buy. So we'll just have to instant sell and work off a price there for the enchanted runes. So throwing the amulet glory onto instant sell is going to come in at a price of 10,000 coins, which again is just down to low volume. So yes, you can make some money with it, but again, compared to the others, because the amulet is a process of making the amulet itself and then putting a necklace on, it's not really worth it. But I can't check out what the max price you'd get for it. I imagine like for these kind of volumes, you'd probably get 15k quite comfortably. I'll tell you what, I'll enchant one or two, and I'll put them on the Grand Exchange and we'll see if they'll sell during the video. Right, and then just to round the video off, we're going to go and check the other enchanted versions as well. What the Ring of Wealth is going to sell for, what the necklace, and also what the ring will sell for as well. Because again, you can buy the jewellery off the Grand Exchange and just enchant them and make money off them as well. So it's something to check throughout the whole process. And this is something I'm trying to do more in my videos, strip back through the whole process and pick out where you can make money. So from here, just crafting the jewellery, you can make profit from. Enchanting the jewellery, you can make profit from, and then also charging the jewellery afterwards, you can make profit from. So one simple method has 3 different levels, all of which you can make money on if you can find the right margin and if you can find the right thing to sell. So what I'm going to do really quickly is go and find the prices for the remaining things, and then we can wrap the video up. But Dragonstone jewellery is still one of the best ways to train your crafting, in my opinion. It's still really good on training this as well. This happens quite a lot of Rings of Wealth where you get a rogue low price. It's so random of a thing to sell. I don't think it's worth buying them. It really isn't worth buying them. So for Rings of Wealth, just make the standard Dragonstone ring and just sell them for a higher price. The skills necklace, the charge one for whatever reason is like a 17k Grand Exchange price. And you just seen here, like that's just sold for just under 18,000 coins. You could buy the Dragonstone necklace for like 9.5k. And then you can sell it for the 18k. Even just enchanting it and doing it as an instant sell, you can make some decent profit just by enchanting that. But that is also a big flip margin if you're interested in doing it. Again, the skills necklace is a little bit niche, so maybe you might struggle to sell them. But even if you just work off 100 at a time, it's going to be 6k profit per time you sell that as well. Now, the combat bracelet is a little weird because I think the combat bracelet is slightly higher in terms of an out price once it's like in that state. So you might make profit off doing that anyway, but as you can see here, we've hit another case of low volume. because it's not buying for that price. But if we just throw this one into the Grand Exchange, we can see roughly what it's going to sell for. Yeah, it normally, more often than not, just goes a little bit above mid, if goes for anything at all. But as you see here, that will be something you'd probably make a little bit off as well. If you have something like the Elemental Battle Staff, you're just paying for the price of like a Cosmic Rune. So really to enchant something from its like jewellery state, it's only 300 coins. So the Combat Bracelet you will make money from. The Skills Necklace you can make a lot of money from. The Glory you can make a fair bit from as well. That's nearly 1,000 margin, but the state they are now, I imagine you'll make a lot more profit from them as well. But that was Dragonstone crafting. Admittedly, it was a little bit of a mess with buy margins and stuff, but I hope I've shown you guys enough things here that crafting these jewelleries can make you some AFK profit doing crafting. And not only that as well, if you wanted to enchant them for that little step further, you can make some decent profit from that as well. That's going to wrap the video up. Really hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.